If you're listening to this recording, it means I'm dead already. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's a different recording. Here's what's coming up on the Nice Guys today.
I love the message. I mean, we're playing the message because I love Rick and I love the message, but we can't let everybody know who it was.
So not only do you have to beep out the word, the code word, and beep out the day, also, it's just going to be a string of beeps.
So in the end, what the message is going to sound like is, hey, Doug, this is beep. I think you beep, use the beep a little more often because the beep and beep, nobody's going to understand it. But that's okay. We'll make it work.
Listen, strange women lying in ponds distributing swords is no basis for a system of government. Supreme executive power derives from a mandate from the masses, not from some farcical aquatic ceremony or the nice guys on business. Need an education on how to grow your business? The Nice Guys are here to help. Learn about great customer service, networking, and how just being nice can help you prosper. Now, here are your hosts, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
We're recording, right? We're good. I got some ideas.
I got ideas. Hit record. I got ideas.
I'm recording already. It's recording. Hey, welcome back. We're fucking here. We got ideas. We never. I saw Carrot Top. Okay, so the guys that
you're all over the place.
So freaking all over the place already, right? My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. I don't think I introduced us last Tuesday.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you did.
Okay, good. So one of the guys that I'm meeting with in Vegas, he does this Vital Vegas podcast, and he interviewed Carrot Top. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, I saw Carrot Top in Vegas. He's been there like 10 years. And Carrot Top is like, he's the punchline of a lot of jokes, right? But he was funny as shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to tell you, but what was interesting about him was he still does a lot of the, prop humor, right?
Yeah.
But in a 90-minute show or a 2-hour show, he must tell 200 jokes.
That's a lot of jokes.
Because it's like he'll reach into the box, he'll pull a prop out, right? Mm-hmm. And he'll do something funny with the prop, and he's got like one line or two lines. And then literally he just throws the prop away and grabs another one. And like the guy, I mean, first of all, did he have some like really bad, stupid jokes? Yeah, he probably had 10 or 20 stupid ones, but he had 100 really good ones, and then he had another 50 that were amazingly funny.
If you figured that at some point in your life you were going to be a comedian, what kind of a comedian would you be? I would be the kind of guy that would probably like. There was 2 comedians on the ship that I was on, and one of them was really good, and the other one not so good. But they both were storytellers, and I see myself as a storyteller. They just weren't. The first guy was just telling a lot more stories that were relatable to me, I guess. I don't know. It's like situational comedy is good for me. Storytelling is good. Maybe like 3 or 4 stories, and then you come back to them if something reminds you. But 200 fucking jokes? No fucking way would I remember 200 jokes.
I know. It'd be interesting to like try to count them because really it's just so rapid fire. And what else is interesting too, I kind of want to see the show again because he changes it up all the time. A lot of them had audio cues or video cues, right?
Oh, so
and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, the crew.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, he talks about this in the interview. He basically says, look, I've got a bit of a structure to the show. He's like, I do kind of these jokes and then these jokes and these jokes. And I do have to do certain things in order because of the audio and video cues. He says, but there are definitely nights every night where I'll leave a few things out or I'll add a few things in. He said, even my show last night, he said, there was like 5 jokes that I left out because I just didn't feel like doing them. And when I went to the next one, my audio guy missed the cue because he was trying to get caught up from the 5 I missed. And he's like, it was my fault. It wasn't the audio guy's fault. But that's what happens sometimes when you fly like that.
Oh, those guys have got to be right on top of things. That's got to be such a challenge well, the other thing is when you do prop jokes and you do a joke that literally lasts you, 10 seconds or 12 seconds, the nice part about it is it reminds me a lot of, remember when you were growing up, you had cue cards? I mean, not cue cards, but flashcards.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you pull out a flashcard and you just say, okay, what's that? It's really quick. It's almost like the prop is his flashcard, so the joke comes instantly. Storytelling requires a lot of inflection. It requires expression. It requires a lot of stuff. But when you're telling 200 jokes, I can see that's got to be just a shit show of quickness that you got to get through.
It's rapid fire. It's really good, though. Really entertaining. And I can't, for the life of me now, remember what I was talking about before I got off on that tangent.
You're talking about Vegas, your podcaster guys that you're going to visit.
Oh, yeah. So Yeah, but it was something before that. I know I think it had to do with the fidget spinners because I love our fidget spinners. They're just so freaking cool.
Bring
I
it
can't
back.
stop playing with
Bring it back to the fidget spinners. You've been
can't
playing with those things
stop
since
playing with it.
Tuesday.
I know.
If you have
I know.
no
And
idea what we're talking about, check out the cover art on Tuesday's
Tuesday.
episode. So check this out, guys.
people at Podcast Movement, they love them. They're
So
huge
nice guy
hits.
community. So here's the deal. So for some reason, I think Strick and I both had a fidget spinner in our hand. Maybe this was a month ago, or maybe it was a few weeks ago at this point. And I think that we talked about, wouldn't it be great to get fidget spinners as a part with our logo on them? So Strickland finds somebody in our audience, Tim, wonderful Tim Hill, Tennessee Tim, finds Tim in our audience, and he's a funkin' fan of the show. And Tim and Strickland, they put together this whole fakakta story about how to get them as a part of our show, and we'll in exchange for sponsorship, which we're doing right now, in exchange for sponsorship, we'll get fidget spinners. I'm like, because I'm saying to Strick, I am not spending $1,000 on fidget spinners. I'm just not going to. I mean, I like them and all, but not so you can have a personal collection of 600 fidget spinners. It's just not going to happen. But Strickland, with his creative thinking, he and Tim devised a plan by which we could get a whole mess of fidget spinners that we could put logos on. And we have now 450 fidget spinners that have the Nice Guys on Business logo on them.
I think we have 150.
Oh, what did I say? 450? Yeah, 150.
Yeah, I think we have 150.
Thank you, Strickland, for taking care of this, though.
Glenn from Unfolding Communications. You're welcome, by the way, because they're just so freaking
I was
cool.
looking at his website. He's got a whole bunch of shit on his website. That's
Oh
really
my
good
God. So
stuff.
basically, Unfolding Communications, it's marketing stuff, right? Like marketing giveaway,
Yeah, promo stuff.
tchotchkes and
Yeah,
shit, promo stuff. Oh my God. And they can put your logo on anything. And these fidget spinners, Nice Guy listeners, you guys can say Funkin'
Nice
fans,
guy. Yeah, whatever you are.
you can say that the fidget spinner craze is going away.
Yeah.
These are freaking cool. This will bring them back because they're heavy duty. They're made in the United States. They're really good quality. And the logo, man, it's so sharp. It looks really, really good. So Unfolding Communications, if you go to unfolding.biz, you can see all the stuff they have. Ask for Glenn. You can get a 15% off of your first order by using the promo code 2NICEGUYS. It's all caps and it's in our show notes. 2NICEGUYS. 15% off your order. You can ask for Glenn. And they got really, really cool stuff.
I'm looking at their website. I'm looking at the website. They have the Himalayan, like the tumbler, the one like the what's that? The Yeti, like
it's
the
like
Yeti,
a Yeti,
Yeti
right?
tumbler.
And it's
they
like
have
the double walled, and those are really popular.
They got all the
right
normal
now,
stuff too, like the USB cell phone and shirts and stress balls and all that stuff. But they have some really cool stuff. They have appliances and electronics. They have stuff for the automotive industry. They have pens. They have computer accessories, eco-friendly stuff, food and beverage stuff, fun and games, golf items. There is a ton of shit. It's on his website. Sorry, Glenn. It's not really shit. I mean, it's good
really
shit
cool
though.
stuff.
It's good shit.
Well, it's funny too because it says classic whirl 2-minute spinner. Right? I didn't realize that's what it was
gosh.
called. You and
You're
I timed
kidding.
it on our Tuesday show. We timed my spin.
You
and
are
it was 2
fucking
minutes. That's really
kidding
funny.
me. Where does it say 2-minute spinner? Does it
It
really?
says classic whirl, WHIRL, whirl 2-minute spinner.
That's crazy. We literally timed it for no fucking reason.
Right at 2 minutes. I know. How random was that?
And it
right?
went for 2 fucking minutes.
It's really cool too. You can create your own virtual sample online. Like if you're not sure what it'll look like, they've got different colors, different centers, different outsides. You can take your logo and on the website, you can create a virtual sample and see what it'll look like with your logo, which is what I did on. It's so freaking cool.
Hey, Strick. So I'm looking at the promo spinners, the Turbo Boost spinner. I'm just looking at this one just so you kind of have a sample of it. It's the same. I think it's the same. No, it's a little bit different than the one we got. I think we have the upgraded version. Anyway, the spinner that this one is, they actually have 3 of them sandwiched together with all of them spinning at the same time.
That's really cool, right? These are so cool.
I know you love them.
So
I know you
cool.
love them.
I do. These are so cool. I just can't stop playing with them. Like if the show is going and there's like a long silence and you can't figure out why, it's because I'm messing with my fidget spinner.
Perfect. So he'll be late and he'll do other things, but he won't focus on the show. Hey, as much struggle and worry of anticipating the sound effects that you were going to use for the show, you didn't hit that sound effects button.
Used any of them,
Hey, is it Thursday?
It is.
You know what's great about Thursday?
What's great about Thursday?
Today is Play Rick's second message day.
That's right. Okay. Unfolding.biz. Go talk to Glenn. 15% off if you use the promo code 2NICEGUYS on your first order. Only good, that 20% or 15% off is only good through September the 30th. Really, really cool promotional products. All kinds of cool stuff. As for Glenn, tell him the nice guy sent you. So are we ready to hear Rick's, second message?
He's got chocolates on here too and mints.
Oh, chocolates? What? And like you put your logo on the wrapper, or you put the logo right on the chocolate?
I think it's the wrapper, a custom molded. No, hold on a second. Custom molded wrapper, but the chocolate actually has the name of the company on it too. Holy crap!
That's cool.
Wait a minute. We could get Nice Guys chocolate. No.
Yeah, we could, but then when people eat them and then they're gone. And
well, you remember I used to own that chocolate lollipop machine, and it used to print people's photos. And you said, I think you said to me, "Why would anybody want a lollipop with their face on it? Aren't they just going to eat the lollipop?" Yeah.
And do you remember what you did with that? You bought two of them and you sold it because you couldn't sell it enough, right?
You know what happened? We actually didn't sell the machine. The machine we had at, what's it called when you consignment? We had it on consignment with the company that actually we bought the machine from. We were going to sell it back to them.
Right.
They stole it and went out of business.
Nice.
We lost so much money.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of money on that deal.
Yeah.
A lot of not smart, a lot of not very, very
but not because the actual chocolate to use for promotion isn't good. You can go to unfolding.biz and get that. It was because it wasn't worth going to bar mitzvahs and printing.
I didn't buy that from Glenn. I should have bought it from Glenn. If I was going to buy it anywhere now, I'm going to go to Glenn. Glenn has gone out on a limb for us here. Thank you, Glenn. Okay.
Nice guys.
All right. Let's move on. What was it? What did I say before we?
Rick sent another voicemail.
Oh yeah, Rick.
You ready?
Okay, wait. We did the speed read of the topics.
Yep.
Can we spin the wheel so that we can actually, or are we going off the?
Well, Rick's voicemail is not one of the topics.
That's true. So why don't we?
And we have to get to it because I love Rick's.
Yeah.
voicemail.
Okay. Let's lead in with Rick's. I think we'll. Oh, wait a minute. Before we do Rick's message, just a quick reminder. Sorry, I promised everybody I would take care of this
Overcast.
First.
You got to talk about Overcast.
Just a quick reminder: if you are listening on Overcast, please take a very quick moment and just hit the recommend button. We have seemed to have slipped in the rankings from number 3 overall to number 13 as of the end of last week, and we really need to climb back up that ladder. There's a whole bunch of new shows. I mean, the idea of Overcast is spreading. So we got shows like Jordan Harbinger is here, Tim Ferriss is back, Pat Flynn is making a come to the top of the rankings. NPR, please everybody, just do us a favor, just hit the recommend button every single episode. Just go back to like 20 or 30 episodes and just hit the little star key. It's next to the play button. You can't miss it. Okay. Thank you very much. That is all of the that's all of the housekeeping that I'm going to do today.
Okay.
All right. Let's do
ready
it.
For Rick's voicemail?
Yeah. So play Rick's message. Okay. So on Tuesday we played Rick not complaining, but that's saying that how could I like the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus because I'm Jewish.
Still believe in Santa Claus because you're Jewish.
Yeah, how can I believe in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny because I'm Jewish? And that was just his question. So will he answer the question today, or will he have another question for me? I'm ready. Go ahead.
I believe it's more of a statement. But we're going to take a listen right now. Okay?
Go ahead.
More of a statement. Here we go.
Hey, Doug, it's Rick. This message is mainly for Strickland.
Wait, stop for a second. Stop for a second. Wait, just stop.
Shoot, I knew I was going to do that. I hit the wrong button. I deleted it. Hang on, I got to add it again.
Fuck.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's okay. Right. I can add it while we're talking. It's easy enough.
Okay, so here is my question. Before Strick, we got to figure out a way. We got to hook up a mixing board to yours because I want to be able to stop and start because Rick is going to make us buy another piece of equipment. I know it. With Rick's messages, Rick, if you'll just keep the messages coming. So he starts off, he says, "Hey, Doug." Okay, so that's where he goes there. And then he says, "Hey, Doug, this message is for Strickland."
Well, because doesn't your outgoing voice message say, "Hey, this is Doug"? That's probably why.
It doesn't really matter. He knows it's for the show.
Okay.
Rick, just a point of clarification. You can just go and you're talking to both of us as soon as you start the microphone, as soon as you start up. And so you don't have to say, "Hey, Doug, this is for Strick." I'm here with you, but anyway. So and now he goes. Okay, now continue.
Okay, we're ready. Yeah, you're right. Because through Zencaster I can't pause it.
I got you.
Hey, Doug, it's Rick. This message is mainly for Strickland. How did you not use on 58-hour episode with Grelker? It was a snooze fest. You need to be a little bit more liberal with.
Okay, now there's a couple things that are going to happen here. I want to let you know.
Okay, I'd like to clarify some things also, but I'll let you go first.
Before you talk, I got to tell you what's going to happen.
Okay, go ahead.
We have to beep that.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Because you see, what Rick is referring to is there's a key word that we use. Okay, a key word that we use.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So let me just get this straight for a moment. Mm-hmm. You're going to keep the person that he's bashing in the.
I didn't say that. I'm probably going to have to beep that too for other reasons, not just. Well, Doug, you know why.
I know why. He even gets his name wrong, though.
I know he does, but that's okay. It's still ridiculous.
There's three parts of it. There's three things wrong with that message.
So we have a keyword that we haven't talked about in ages. I'm glad Rick brought it up because we haven't talked about it in a long time. There's a keyword that we say sometimes in the intro of the show. Yeah. And if you hear this keyword in the intro of the show, it means that we didn't think it was a very good interview. Not so terrible that we're not going to play it, right? But just kind of boring, not very interesting. If we happen to drop this secret word, it's a clue to you, listeners, that, hey, maybe you don't want to waste your time listening to this right now.
Okay, got it.
I've beeped the word out because the only way to find out what the word is you got to be a Patreon patron.
Oh, patreon.com/nice guy. Any reward level will do it.
Exactly. Even if you donate $1 a month, you can go down there, find out what the secret keyword is. It's in some of the bonus material. If you don't see it in the bonus material, we'll invite you on the Slack group. You can ask on the Slack group. All good. So what Rick is basically saying is, hey, our interview on...
you have to beep out. So not only do you have to beep out the word, the code word,
the day
and the day also. It's just going to be a string of beeps.
So the interview that we did... The interview that Doug did, I don't remember if I thought it was interesting or not, but the interview that we did, it's somebody who is going to be a potential Turnkey Podcast customer. So we can't.
No,
I love the message. I mean, we're playing the message because I love Rick and I love the message.
Right.
But we can't let everybody know who it was.
No. So there's three things that we're gonna have to beep out. First, you have to beep. This is gonna be a lot of editing just for this one episode alone. So you got to beep out the code word. You have to beep out the name of the person that was on it, and you have to beep out the day that the episode.
Right, because
played,
that'll be the clue as to what episode it was. Maybe I'll leave the day. You know what? I'll leave the day because who knows what week it was. He may have left that message.
No.
Yeah, I got to beep it.
You got to take. You really do. If you want to protect our business, you need to.
So in the end, what the message is going to sound like is, hey, Doug, this is really for Strickland. This is beep. I think you use the beep a little more often because the beep and beep, nobody's going to understand it. But that's okay. We'll make it work.
Yeah, I have a feeling that you're going to figure this out.
I will. I'll figure it out.
Or
we love Rick.
Yeah, is there a way? So help me for a second. You know how when somebody has, when you're watching like Cops or something on television, and they show somebody that's innocent, they pixelate them out.
Right, exactly.
Is there anything you can do like that with audio? Is there any audio pixelation?
I actually can reverse it, which I like. You know, when you say your age, I like the beep just because it's kind of obnoxious and it's kind of become our thing. But you know what? The name of the person and the day, maybe I'll reverse it. So it'll sound like, hey, Doug, your interview on was really, you should have used the, I'll do that. I'll reverse that. I will beep out the keyword and I will reverse the person. Oh, and that way, anybody that really, really, really wants to know who it is, right?
Sean Carpenter.
You can download the MP3 and you can reverse it and you can figure out who it is.
Let me just say this. Paul is a dead man. We miss him. We miss him.
You're dating yourself, Doug. That's the Beatles.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to get to the topics now.
Thank you, Rick. Love you.
Thanks, Rick. Please keep it coming.
No one so far has sent in a sketch of what Rick's looks like.
Not yet. We're waiting. Just from Rick's voice, maybe somebody can give us an idea of what area of the country he's from, what you think he looks like.
Wow.
We're taking submissions now.
If I had to place some sort of image, the image that I have in my head is just like the Unabomber.
It's so funny. I was just going to say, and Funkin' fans, whatever you do, don't send in the sketch of the Unabomber, okay? We don't want to see that.
Is it Ted Kaczynski? Is that who that was?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Woo, God, that was how are we both thinking Unabomber. That is ridiculous.
Scary. Very scary.
That was like the most famous hooded guy with glasses ever.
Yeah.
How did they catch the guy just based upon that?
I don't even remember. Huh. We have a lot of topics to get to. We really
I'm
should
just curious. Is the Unabomber, is he in jail right now? Is he alive?
I have no idea.
Let me check it out.
You want to look him up?
Yeah.
Sure. We don't have anything else to do. Just 27 topics that we're not going to get to. It's okay.
I'm curious. Yeah, Ted Kaczynski. Mm-hmm. Here's his wiki page. No, he's alive. He doesn't have is known as the Unabomber. He was a mathematician, an anarchist, and a domestic terrorist. He's a mathematical prodigy. He was born in 1942. Where is he right now? Wow,
he's old.
He graduated from Harvard University. Holy shit. He was a span of killing, 78 to 95.
Wow.
I mean, okay, and believe me, I'm not condoning what he did at all. But from 78 to 95, he killed 3 people. Now,
what?
Okay, 78
that's
to
90. Really?
Well, that's where I'm going to now. Listen, if I would be the family of any of those 3, that's horrific, and you never want anybody to be killed, and that's certainly whatever he did. I'm against it. I'm going to put my foot down, and not like the president of the United States. I'm going to say this guy's a terrorist, and he should not be on this earth any longer. I condemn what he did, and he should be in jail forever. Did I cover all my bases there?
I think you've qualified it enough. Yes.
Whatever group that he is in, I don't
think any statement that you say from here on out is going to make anybody believe that you are a supporter of neo-Nazism or white radicalism.
Totally not. So April 3rd, he was apprehended. 1996, killed 3 people, injured 23. He's a target of the FBI's longest and costliest investigation. The FBI used the title Unabomb, University and Airline Bomber. That's how they came up with the name for him, to refer to this case, which resulted in media calling the Unabomber. The FBI. Wow, this is crazy. I wonder if we anybody that is an expert in Unabomber information, we'd love to get you on the show, because he was accepted into Harvard University at age 16. God.
Wow.
Okay, now that we've brought this show to a screeching halt, there we go. Thanks,
if I actually had the drop of Mars saying "Focus, guys, focus," I would have played it there.
Yeah,
I need to get that back. Mm-hmm. In fact, we need to get Mar. Hey, Mar, do me a favor. Could you just record yourself saying "Focus, guys, focus" and send it to me? Because I can't hunt it down again. I don't know where the hell it is. It's gone.
Strick, I'm really disappointed. Maybe what we should do, Nice Guy community, anybody that wants to do Focus Guys Focus, we'll have a number of different ones. Let's have some redundancy here. If everybody that's in the community would like to say Focus Guys Focus, you know what? As a matter of fact, just send me a tweet, #Focus Guys Focus.
I love it. Let's give our new hashtag, Focus Guys Focus.
Focus Guys Focus. Okay, what do we got? You spun the wheel.
Things Alexa won't do: sex, make you money, and laundry.
So what was the first one?
Sex. Things Alexa won't do. Would you want to have sex with Alexa?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
How do you know she won't do it then?
I don't know that she won't do it. I'm just thinking, what are some of the things? If you had to think about some of the things that Alexa wouldn't do, what would be those things? And I just came up with the crazy one, sex, because I know that that's not possible for an inanimate object to have sex with a human being. Yeah,
but it could find you a partner for sex.
Oh, very interesting. So let's talk about the things that Alexa could or couldn't do then.
Mm-hmm. Like you put laundry on here?
Yeah.
You could easily call a dry cleaner to come pick up your laundry.
Okay.
So through Alexa, you could say, "Hey Alexa, find me a dry cleaner that will pick up."
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I was curious because, Alexa is going to be that artificial intelligence thing that is going to learn. Isn't she a learning mechanism? Isn't that what she does? She starts to learn, and isn't AI a part of what is in her core?
I honestly don't know. I know that's the whole push with IBM's Watson, is that Watson learns, but I don't know if Alexa is continuing to learn. I'm not sure.
So the 3 things that I put on the list, things that Alexa won't do: sex, make you money, and laundry. You're actually saying that there is a logical argument why that actually is not right.
Yeah, I think that Alexa could. I mean, again, what's the definition of make you money, right? Alexa, research the most profitable franchises available. Who knows? Something like that could help make you money.
Yeah, it might be able to do that. How about if you were to say, how about if there was something that was inherent in Alexa's makeup so that when you asked for, Alexa, find me a podcast, a business podcast, that automatically the Nice Guys on Business podcast would pop up. Now, it's like
idea.
product placement on
like on
movies.
Google.
Yeah,
or on movies, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to make the point that how much would it cost to have product placement in? There's how many services do you request online that it's not regional? It could be anywhere because it's just like a shipping service, for example. Let's say, well, obviously it would be anything that Amazon would be able to ship. But what if there was something that wasn't attached to Amazon, like a podcast?
Well, it's an interesting thought, too, because we're so used to Google. Obviously, nobody pays for Google, and we are resigned to the fact that Google is showing us ads. When we do a search for whatever we're searching for, the first couple that pop up say ads, and then the ones on the side are going to be ads. I wonder if the same is true of Alexa and Siri. Like, if I say, find me a podcast, can we pay Apple to have Alexa recommend us first? I don't know.
Oh, you mean can we pay Apple to have Siri? I don't. Who do you think would win between Alexa and Siri if they got into a little bit of a scuffle?
I think there are some YouTube videos out there which is Alexa versus Siri, and it's like the two of them talking to each other. I don't know if they're real ones or if it's just like fake up, made up joke ones, but I think there may be some real ones out there where they will ask Alexa a question, and then Alexa will answer, and it will mean that it's asking Siri a question or something.
So Alexa asks Siri a question that Siri must respond.
Right, and it goes back and forth. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
That's pretty interesting. So I'm curious. Now, Siri is much older than Alexa, though, right? Because isn't Siri? How old is Siri? Siri's got to be at least 5 or 6 years old.
I don't know. Why don't you ask Siri?
All right, hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Where is my phone? I don't even have Siri turned on my phone. Let me just go to Google and just ask Google how old Siri is. How old is Siri? Okay, what do you think the answer is?
I have no idea. 5 years sounds about right. I don't know.
All right, Siri. Siri, the assistant to queries. February 2010.
7 years old.
So Siri is 7 years old. Alexa's not 7 years old, right?
Why don't you ask Alexa?
Oh, how old is Alexa?
What's amazing?
Didn't
they just recently have the 10-year anniversary of the iPhone?
Maybe.
You should ask how old the iPhone is.
In November 2014, Alexa.
Okay, so Alexa's like 3 years old.
Yeah, so...
When did the first iPhone come out? Because I think it's only been 10 years, 11 years maybe,
okay,
right?
First iPhone. iPhone first generation, June of 2008.
Think about that. I mean...
Oh, wait a minute. iPhone was announced on January of 2009 after years of rumor. And January 9th of 2007. It was introduced in the United States.
10 years old.
In June of 2007, and quad-band GSM cellular connectivity. Yeah, 2000. The phone came out in 2007.
You think about how much that is a part of our lives, our collective lives in the whole country.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And it's only been around for 10 years.
Yeah, I could not imagine. Well, I remember when the iPhone first came out, I think I had just a regular phone, the kind that like the smaller equals better. Remember, phones were getting tiny.
Yeah.
Smaller was better. The iPhone came out, and it was a little bit of a gamble for people to go to a larger phone. I'm trying to remember. I never had a BlackBerry, but I had a Palm. I'm trying to remember. Palm Trio.
Oh, Treo. Yeah, Treo. I had a Palm Treo for a while.
Wasn't that a phone? Was that a phone or was that something else?
No, it was a phone.
that was a piece of shit.
Yeah, I had the Palm Treo, and then I had the Motorola Razr that was the flip phone for a while.
Well, I did get the. I must have gotten the. I know I've had every phone since. I haven't had every generation of the phone, but I had the phone the first year it came out. I wasn't one of those guys waiting in line for it.
It's crazy.
I did have the first iPad also. My iPad does not have a camera.
Oh, wow.
And I think that was the iPad 1. I don't remember. Let's see, what year did I get that? What were we doing? Are we still recording?
Let's get to another topic. We're totally off track because we have so many. We're not going to get to any of this shit. Right?
Wait, we did. We got the one topic.
Yeah, we got to one.
That's good.
Gittimer. That's the whole topic. It just says Gittimer.
Oh my gosh. I can't. What an incredible whirlwind of 3 days I spent in Charlotte, North Carolina with Jeffrey Gittimer. He is the author of 13 or 14 freaking amazing sales books. The whole story is just pretty ridiculous to even think about this. About a month ago, I know I might have told the story, but I'll just do a quick synopsis of how it went down. About a month ago, I reached out to Jeffrey Gittimer because he's the author of the Little Red Book of Sales, the Little Red Sales Bible, the Gold Book of Yes, the Black Book of Sales, whatever. Everything is sales. Sales training, sales, amazing. I mean, millions and millions and millions of books sold. The guy sold something.
Well, you interviewed him yesterday. How much did you talk about this on the interview?
I don't know if we talked about this a lot on the interview.
Okay,
we got into so many other topics.
That's
I mean, we
okay.
talked about everything and anything. Just to give you, I think he has 132 consecutive weeks on the Wall Street Journal bestsellers list.
That's crazy.
I know, it was something crazy like that. Anyway, I reached out to him because I wanted to have him as a guest on the show. So I just sent a little LinkedIn message saying, hey, my name is Doug Sandler. Because he's in sales, I just figured maybe the connection could be made with my dad. So I said my dad was Dave Sandler of Sandler Sales. And hit send, sent it to him, not thinking, just like 99.9% of the people that are the A+, they ignore you, which is fine. I mean, I just expect it. I got a message 5 minutes later saying, here's my phone number, please give me a call. I call him and I discover that Jeffrey was one of the last people to interview my dad before my dad died. And he's actually trying to put his hand, 21 years ago, he's trying to put his hands on the recording of him and my dad. He used to write for Jeffrey used to write for the Charlotte Gazette or the Charlotte Times or whatever the Charlotte paper was. So he's like, hey, I'd love to meet you anytime that you would like to come down to Charlotte. So I'm thinking, Strick, when Jeffrey Gittimer says, would you like to come to Charlotte and stay at my house, spend a couple of days with me, record a couple of podcast episodes, and just shoot the shit, what do you do?
You say, tell me when.
You say, tell me when. So I said, I'm going away for a week. When I come back, I'm available. Let's do it. So he's like, dude, I'm in. And he's like, so he picks me up at the airport. He's got a red Lexus. He picks me up at the airport. His license plate, Red Book.
Nice.
Love it. His girlfriend actually was flying in from New York at the same time. So Jen Glackow and Jeffrey and me are driving back, and we're just shooting the shit and talking. And literally, hold on, let me see if I can find. Give me just 1 quick second. Hold on, just talk for a second. I want to find with the book that he signed for me. I want to get it. So just talk for 1 second, okay?
Sure. Don't worry that we actually did the whole interview with him yesterday and probably did a 10-minute intro of all this stuff. And we're going to try not to repeat this stuff, but we probably will have already repeated it yesterday. But we got all kinds of exciting things going on with Jeffrey Gittimer. If you don't know who he is, you really should look him up. Gitomer, 1T. The Little Red Book of Selling is like amazing, and you definitely need to check him out because he's kind of a legend.
So I pick up at his house. He's got I don't know if it's the world's largest inventory of first edition sales books, but he's got like 10,000 sales books at his house.
Wow.
Literally 10,000 sales books. He's in the process of cataloging and scanning them all right now. First edition sales books. So I go over, he's like, hey, let's check this section out. So he goes over to the S's and he pulls out a first edition book. He's got 3 of them. First edition book, You Can't Teach a Kid to Ride a Bike at a Seminar. It's my dad's book that he wrote in 1995. He pulls out a first edition book, and I said, geez, I don't even have a first edition book of my dad's book. I have a one that I purchased recently off of Amazon. He goes, you do now. And I'm like, no, you're not going to give me my dad's fucking book. Oh my God. I lost it right then and there in his library. I'm like,
wow.
I started crying my eyes out. And he's like, I know. He says, I know your dad was a really special guy, and I want to give you this book. And part of what was in his head the entire time, I'm sure, when he invited me down to Charlotte, was to hand me that book in person. So he set that up well. So we go through his entire collection of books, and he's got all of his books up on the shelf also. And he pulled one of the books off the shelf, first edition of the Little Red Book of Selling, and he writes in there, every once in a while, you meet someone for the first time that you've known your whole life, Jeffrey Gilmer.
Oh.
Fucking A, man. I mean, this guy was legit. He treated me like a king for 3 days. Strick, I sent you pictures and I put them all over Facebook and stuff and Twitter and LinkedIn. He's got this glass enclosed podcast booth like you and I have always dreamed about. He's got it. He's got in this building that has, I don't know, I think there's like 50 or 60 units. They're all loft units. He owns 13 of the 50 or 60 units himself. And 3 or 4 of them are where his home is, and the other 9 are between his storage. He's got this incredible vintage collection of everything, cataloged. Mm-hmm. I mean, the guy is a collector. The difference between the hoarder and collector is that, in my opinion, is that the collector has it all organized and displayed. And geez, he's got it all. It's all lit up. And it's just incredible. He's got a great crew, an amazing production team of 2 guys, Mike and Doug down there in Charlotte. And he's like, anytime you want to come to Charlotte and record episodes of your podcast, you and Strickland, this is your home. So it's
Aww.
I was so excited. His staff, Ashley and Erica and his girlfriend Jen and all of the remote people, just incredibly kind. He took me out, treated me to every meal. Interesting story. The first night I was there, their power went out. So there was a storm. And so he took me and he put me up at a really nice hotel. Nice. He put me up at a really nice hotel in downtown Charlotte. He and his girlfriend stayed in one of the rooms. I stayed in another room. And then the next morning we came back to his house, so the electricity had come back on, and we started doing our recording. And just what a great experience, Strick. I mean, this guy, I can't wait for you to meet him because you're really going to like him as well. Good guy.
I'm excited. Yeah, I talked to him briefly while you were down there. we had a little talk, and he seemed like a really, really good guy.
Yeah, he wears his heart on his sleeve. Everybody knows him. The entire town knows him. He owns that fucking town of Charlotte. No matter where you go, there's a crowd around him. Sweet, gentle man. I mean, just completely, just a great guy. I mean, I can't say enough good things about him. I just had such a positive experience. And I get the feeling through talking to people that know him now that this is how he is with a lot of people. Now, he went above and beyond for me, and I so appreciate it. But this is kind of what I think. This is just his style. He's categorized people as there's 2 kinds of people in the world. There's givers and takers, and we talked about a couple people, and not that a taker is a bad person, but a taker is definitely somebody that's got more of an agenda. And it seems like the giver's agenda is to do nothing other than give, knowing that at some point, eventually, if you choose to, you're going to get. And a taker's responsibility or agenda is do what you can with the knowledge that you are going to get. And, so he is as giver can possibly be. And I love the guy. 3 days, it seemed like it was a lifetime, and it's exactly that. I ran into him, and he's a guy that, although I just met him, I feel like I've known him my entire life. So positive experience. Okay, I've gone on ad nauseum about him. If you want to do a recap of the episode, or if you want to hear the episode, just go back and listen to yesterday's show, and you can listen to tomorrow's show too, because I interview his girlfriend Jen, and she's got a pretty interesting story as well.
Yeah, we got like a get-em-er sandwich. Basically, yesterday is Jeffrey, tomorrow is Glenn, Jen, Gleckow, and today we're talking about it all.
Yep, all good stuff. So I thought you would enjoy the glass booth. I think we covered 2 categories in one. Unless you want to talk about the glass booth a little bit more.
We could use the picture of you and Jeffrey doing your interview as the show art today to show off the glass enclosed nerve center at Get-em-er Central. They had this monster TV on the back that you put our logo up on. It was really cool. I loved it. It was we felt very special.
Yeah. If I can find that and put it on our, it's definitely on the Facebook wall. So why don't you just go over to my Facebook page? It's Doug Sandler. Just go over to Facebook. Just click on Doug Sandler, or go to the Nice Guy Community page, and you'll see some other photos there. It's you know what? It's not niceshortcut.com anymore. You changed it, didn't you?
Well, we're getting back niceshortcut.com, but now it's oneniceshortcut.com, and we're going to have both. I've been talking to the company that Dan Rice had the niceshortcut.com through. I think I've got it back. I just need to set up the redirect to go back there again. But I purchased oneniceshortcut.com also. So either way, it was good. Just go to the show notes and
just go to the show
join
notes,
the Facebook community. We have had very few new members to our Facebook community lately.
Well,
we're not
really
feeling the
haven't.
love.
We really haven't promoted it a lot. So
True.
I think, so that's where we are. Okay, so that's enough. We don't have to cover that anymore. Let's get to another spin.
I don't know. We're 40 minutes in. Do you think we should just wrap it
are
up?
we 40
We're
minutes
kinda
in
long,
already?
you know, we've been rambling a bit.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? We didn't. Hey, Strick, we never got to. We had this as a topic many times, but we haven't done a recap of the Amazon purchase of the week.
True, we haven't done that.
Have
in a while.
any? Can you quickly pull that up? I'm very curious if anybody's made any purchase.
While I'm pulling that up, why don't you tell me? Because the one I'm curious about is the problem with Rita's by me.
Do you like Rita's water ice?
Yeah, kind of. I guess.
I
am
a fan of Rita's water ice, but I'm only a fan.
But it's like a snowball, right? Is there a difference between Rita's water ice and a snowball?
A snowball by Baltimore standards is more like a Hawaiian shaved ice. It's more of the crunchy ice,
right?
And Rita's is more of the Italian ice, which is like very smooth ice.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. I guess it's been a long time since I've had it, so I didn't know that.
So the Rita's by me, they carry maybe 10 flavors at any given time, and the flavors are all like really, really like mango and lemon and cherry. I'm looking for chocolate. I'm that's what I'm looking for. That is my flavor of choice. So they've now been open for about 5 or 6 months by me. And I'm thinking, okay, well, the first time that I went by there, they didn't have chocolate, and that's fine, because you can't carry every flavor for everybody. So I said, hey, do you guys carry chocolate? Oh, yeah, we're going to carry chocolate.
We're going to carry chocolate.
We're going to carry chocolate. So just go to our Facebook page. It'll tell you the flavors of the day. I'm like, okay, cool. So the next time I go by, I open up their Facebook page. And they say, the flavors of the day, call store. Right? All right, I'll call the store.
Okay, we'll call the store.
So I look over on the left side where the address is, and I'm like noticing no fucking phone number. It's like, well, how am I fucking supposed to call Rita's store if you don't have a phone number? So I look it up on Google, and it refers me to the Facebook page. I'm like, there's no fucking way to get a number for Rita's. So I stop by there again. I'm like, hey, what's the flavors you have today? I noticed that they don't have chocolate up there. Will you have chocolate? Yeah, we're going to have chocolate. We just don't have it yet. I'm like, okay,
again, we're going to have chocolate.
We're going to have it. Now I'm pissed. And it's like this 16-year-old girl. It's telling me that she's holding the power of chocolate in her hands. I'm like, don't tell me you're going. When are you fucking going to have chocolate? Is what I want to know. So
wow.
I go back. This is time number 3. I go back. And in the meantime, just keep in mind, I've gone to Ellicott City and I've gone to Columbia, which are stores that are probably about 30 and 40 minutes respectively away from my house.
Because Ellicott City's near me, man.
Yeah, it's by you. And they always have chocolate because you know what? That Rita's is cool. Okay? So they don't have chocolate at my Rita's. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it one more chance. So before I go, though, I'm going to see if they've updated their Facebook page. So I go to their Facebook page. Still no flavors on the Facebook page. Still referring to call our store for the flavor selections of the day. Still no fucking phone number on the Facebook page. I said, I'm going to go one more time. This is going to be my final 3 strikes and you're fucking out, Rita's. So I go there, and the owner's there, and I'm glad. I'm glad I see the owner now. I'm really see the owner now. I'm very happy. So first, I have to get past the 16-year-old fucking. I want to call her the C word right now, but I'm not going to say that.
Damn.
I got to get past the 16-year-old biatch to get to the owner. Okay. I'm like, hey, do you have chocolate? You have chocolate today? I noticed that it's not up on your. And I do it in a nice way because I don't want to want to. So they're like, no, we don't have chocolate today. And I said, okay, all right, that's fine. I said, hey, can I try? I start trying other flavors. I'm like, I'm giving up with Rita's chocolate by me. So I say to the owner, who was behind the girl, I said, hey, are you gonna carry chocolate? He goes, no, we're not going to carry chocolate. It's not a very popular flavor. I'm like, fuck you.
Dude, you are in a goddamn Monty Python sketch.
I wanted chocolate. I'm like, what do you mean it's not popular? Every other fucking Rita's has chocolate water ice. Why doesn't this Rita's carry chocolate? And why is everybody else so happy that that they don't carry chocolate here? Nobody's asking for chocolate. Maybe it's not a popular flavor. I was pissed. Oh,
Wow.
Gosh.
You've never heard the cheese shop sketch, have you?
No, I'm ready. Is it something like my pet fish Eric or anything
No,
like that?
so Monty Python, it's a very famous sketch where a
Yeah,
guy walks
I
into
know
a cheese
Monty
shop.
Python. Okay, yeah.
Walks into a cheese shop and he says, yeah, so I'd like some Gruyere. Oh, I'm sorry, we're fresh out. Okay, how about some Dolchester? Like, he basically starts going through all these cheeses and they have nothing. And he says, he asks for one, he's like, oh, wait a minute, let me go look in the back. No, sorry, we just sowed the last one, right?
Oh, no, right.
And then he asks for another, he's like, it's a bit runny. He's like, that's quite all right. I like it runny. No, I think it's a bit more runny than you'd like it. I don't care how fucking runny it is. I want the Gruyere. He goes, oh, it looks like the cat has eaten the last of it. And then he says, all right, do you have any cheddar? He says,
He's going for like the plainest cheese.
Right, exactly, right? And he's like, no, not very popular around here. He's like, what is the single most popular cheese in the entire world? Well, not around here, it's not. So apparently, when you're asking for that ridiculously weird, strange, out there flavor known as, what do you call it, Doug?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Apparently, it's not very popular there. Along with vanilla and strawberry, I guess it's not very popular.
Well, you got to understand my limitations. I was an ice cream guy through and through, and I love ice cream. The problem is that I'm lactose intolerant. I didn't realize it till I was an adult. So every time I eat ice cream, I get sick. Right. So I can't eat it. So what I'm left to do is eat. I hate this. I hate going to an ice cream store and saying, do you have any sorbet? We don't have sorbet, but we have sherbet. I'm like, there's fucking milk in sherbet. Tell them I'm lactose intolerant. I can't have ice cream or anything with dairy in it. And they say, you can have sherbet. I'm like, I can't have sugar, motherfucker. It's got dairy. God.
So do you want to know the Amazon purchase of the week before we wrap up?
Yes. Could you hold on? I got to see. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to Google right now. Hold on a second. I'm going to type in
most popular shaved ice flavors.
I'm going to do it even better. Most popular Rita's
good one.
flavors. Okay. Most popular. Let's see if I get a list. Yeah.
You should walk in and go, excuse me, do you have any cheddar?
All right, here we go. Are you ready? Okay. Mm-hmm. Let me just temper the list. There's 38 flavors on the list.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a lot. Swedish fish is number 1.
What?
Okay, Swedish fish number 1.
The number 1 most popular flavor is Swedish fish?
Fuck you. It's Swedish fish.
That's just weird. That's unusual.
I'm just reading the list. That's all I'm doing.
I understand. It's just surprising.
Swedish fish number 1. Cherry number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mango number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Root beer number 4.
That sounds good.
Wild black cherry number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate number 6.
Yeah, apparently not near your store.
Not near my store.
No.
Let me look at the other flavors.
Where's egg custard on there? I love egg custard because it doesn't really taste like egg or custard. It's just very sweet. I like egg custard. It doesn't, but it's really good.
I don't believe.
It's a weird name.
Interestingly enough, okay, so I'm looking at flavor number 38, which is their last flavor on the list. Mm-hmm. Island Fusion.
I bet they have that, right?
They did have that one.
Right, of course.
They did have that one. Oh, hold on a second. Cantaloupe, they had that one too. That's number 34. Passion fruit, oh yeah, that's 28. They had that one too. Holy shit.
You know what I bet happens? I bet Rita, obviously they have to buy their syrup from Rita's, right? So I'm sure Rita's is making a profit. They probably have those on sale. Like they only buy the discount flavors because they're cheap.
Okay, no, you shut up. Swedish fish flavored water ice is like the best flavored water ice made with only 10% sweetener and more awesome. See, you can't argue with that. There's a
no. I'm not making fun of you. I've never had it. I have to try it.
There is an asterisk next to the number one. I just read what it says. No, you shut up. It is Swedish fish flavored water ice. It's like the best flavored water ice flavor Reader's carries. That's what it says right here. It's like you questioned it, and it actually has a little asterisk. The reason it has the asterisk is because everybody probably questions it.
No, but are you sure that this isn't just this guy's opinion? This really is their most popular flavors.
That I don't know. Personally, okay, hold on. So here it is. They have another symbol. The other one on the list that has a symbol is chocolate. So let's go look at the chocolate. It's a little cross. So here's what it says. Personally. Oh, it is a person. Personally, I am horrified by the idea of frozen chocolate water, but I was loudly voted down by everyone else in the office voting on this list. Still, seriously, it's cold. Wet chocolate, people, what's the attraction? So apparently this guy doesn't like chocolate water ice either.
What's funny is I don't either. Like if I'm going to get water ice or Hawaiian shaved ice or Snowball or whatever the hell it is, chocolate does not appeal to me at all because it's the wrong consistency. Like I would like vanilla or root beer or egg custard or something, but it doesn't surprise me that it's popular. It's still a very popular flavor, I would think.
Yeah. I'm just disappointed that the flavors are not being carried. You don't
have like kids with snowball stands in the area? Screw Rita's.
No, you don't understand. There's a big difference between water ice and snowballs. Oh yeah,
I guess I need to try Rita's again because you're right. I don't know the difference.
Yeah, and you can't. My wife had said, I wonder if because they carry Rita's water ice in, or they carry Italian ice, not Rita's, but they carry Italian ice in the supermarket.
Right.
The problem is in the supermarket, it's a very hard consistency.
Yeah,
I'm very you know what? This is a first world problem that I have. I want Rita's water ice chocolate, and I actually reached out to Rita's on Twitter.
Oh my God! Did you really?
Have not heard back from them yet.
That's funny.
I want to know.
I'm all about consistency. Like when we go to Vegas, I'm looking forward. This is horrible. I know anybody that I'm going to get White Castles. I love White Castle. Right?
I thought you were going to tell me Heart Attack
It's either
Grill
White
or
Castle
something.
Or Crystal Burgers, right? They're just little baby burgers.
Yeah.
And they just melt in your mouth.
Buy them by the bag full.
Exactly. I can't wait to get some.
They have the little pre-cut, little tiny itsy bitsy onions.
Oh, and it's funny, we were talking about onions, right? Like I don't like the consistency of onions on a burger. I don't like the way they crunch, but on Rita's ice with onions, the way they cook them, they're just mushy enough and small enough that they're really good.
Well, they're pre-made. They're like packaged. They're like plastic wrapped, and then they're like boiled.
They're so good though.
Yeah, they're good. I agree with you.
Okay, I'm going to do the Amazon purchase of the week, and then we got to wrap up because we're really long.
Okay.
Amazon purchase of the week. We actually got 4 clicks. This was a direct link, so this wasn't just somebody that said, "Hey," they actually clicked this link directly from our website. 4 people clicked it, and 1 person actually bought it. Do you know what it is?
No.
The Nice Guys Finished First book from Doug Sandler.
Hey, how about that?
Somebody bought your book, and somebody paid $19.25 full price for your book.
That is the retail. That is retail. I'm actually heading out to Tucson in I think. Let's see. As of the airing of this, I'm heading out there next week. Actually,
no, 2 weeks, right? The 11th.
2 weeks. Oh yeah, you're right. It's 2 weeks. I'm heading out there 2 weeks
because I'll be back in Vegas again.
100. You're going back to Vegas again?
Yeah, long story. We can talk about it next week.
Jeez.
But yeah, I'll be back in Vegas again next week.
God, there's a lot of podcasting going on.
You should come from Tucson to Vegas for a day or two.
I didn't realize that there was an invitation that was on the table, but maybe I just might have to. Anyway,
oh my God, there totally is. You should come out. I'm going to be there Sunday through Wednesday, so it's a quick
so
days.
just real quick, and then we'll wrap this. We'll just wrap this up. Is that so? Enterprise. I'm doing a keynote for a regional location of about 150 enterprise sales and sales managers. They not only wanted my book, but they wanted to pre-purchase my book so they could make it required reading for anybody that's coming to the meeting.
I love it.
And then they've positioned it so that I do the opening keynote, then they have lunch, and then they have a book signing session.
Oh, aren't you special?
With me. I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited to be able to do this. I know.
Totally cool.
I'm excited. I need somebody to carry my book bag. Are you coming with me?
I'm going to be in Vegas. What days are you going to be there? What's the dates?
I am in, hold on a second, let me check. I'm going to be in Las Vegas. I'm going to be in Las Vegas. I'm going to be in Tucson on 9, 13, 14,
What day of the week is that?
Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay, so I'm leaving Vegas on Wednesday, so I can't be there.
Wednesday
But,
the 13th?
yeah, are you booking your flight, or do they book it?
I haven't booked it yet. I'm going to book it.
Dude,
What am I
you
so-
should look from Vegas to Tucson. It's probably a $50 flight. It's an hour, right?
Well, I am renting a car also.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I
you
didn't-
should
I didn't
fly.
know-
You should fly
didn't know any of
into
this.
Vegas. Fly into Vegas. I'm going to be there Sunday, right?
Sunday
Fly
the 10th.
Yeah, fly into Vegas with me on Sunday, right? We'll hang out for a day or two.
Strick. I have a full list of interviews and other shit I got to do, and
move 'em.
We have a Strickland
Do 'em
Bonner.
from
we have
Vegas.
we have a fucking business to run. If you're going to be in Vegas, I have to be here to run our business. I'm just thinking of us.
You gotta take a day off every once in a while.
You're finished there. When do you have to go back to work, like your regular job?
Thursday.
Thursday the
So
14th.
yeah, exactly.
Interesting. All right. Well, why don't we continue this conversation offline?
Okay, that's a good plan because we're really long. So we're
Nice
gonna
guy
wrap it up
community. Never underestimate the power of nice. Let's do it. Steve O'Brien, take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, the only podcast I provide voice for and also actually listen to, I'm Steve O'Brien. Well, that's what I tell them, at least. Listen to the beginning and the end. All the stuff in the middle is just yak, 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 yak. Oh, I see. Running away, eh? You yellow bastards. Come back here and take what's coming to you. I'll bite your legs off.